Good morning. I read today that smallpox is making a comeback. Not in big numbers, but it's starting to creep its way back in. This is very concerning. Smallpox in the 17th century killed 300 million people worldwide, and it was a devastating illness. Yet somebody by the name of Edward Jenner, who I'm not familiar with him, but I understand he worked out a vaccine, the first vaccine we're aware of, for this illness. And by 1980, when it was taken up worldwide, it was eradicated. And now it's coming back. It seems to be a case of people not taking the vaccine up because it's no longer a problem. Unfortunately, it is shown to be a problem. It's coming back. And if we don't keep this up, we're going to have the same problem all over again. Measles, mumps, rubella used to devastate children, leave them blind, kill them, whatever, until the vaccines were widely distributed in the 1960s, and now measles is considered just to be a minor problem. But again, people aren't taking the vaccines up again. They're thinking it's not a problem. Or, more sinister, we have these anti-vaxxers out there who are giving all sorts of ridiculous statements about vaccines. They don't appear to realise the amount of testing and experimentation that goes on before these are allowed on the actual streets themselves for people to use. Polio, another example, used to be rampant, and loads of children were left crippled after polio until the polio vaccine became widely available. And now you very rarely hear of polio. Diphtheria, 46,000 cases in 1940. By 1957, after the rollout of the vaccine, there was no more than 37 cases. Now, surely this has got to resonate with people. They must look at this and think, why are we suddenly getting these illnesses back again? And I'm sorry, the only reason I can think of is this misinformation that's been coming out by the anti-vaxxers. I'm sure you can look on YouTube or wherever, and you'll find lots of people with lots of ideas about vaccines, and some of them are just so much tripe. They haven't looked into it. They haven't actually seen the testing, etc., that goes on with vaccines to get them to actually do some good. I mean, do we really want to go back to a world where your child is born and may not get past the first or second year of life due to one of these illnesses? There was a famous case a few years ago about somebody who came up with autism was linked to the MMR vaccine, which is the measles, mumps and rubella vaccine. And this was debunked. Unfortunately, it's still out there. People believe it. Yes, there are side effects to these vaccines. There's side effects to everything. If you actually read the possible side effects in a bottle of paracetamol or aspirin, you'd never take one again. But they are very, very rare. And now doctors are looking for these problems and can deal with them fairly rapidly if they develop. So I would just ask everybody, before you decide not to vaccinate your children or yourself, come to that, have a look. I'll leave a link below to the websites that I use to find this, and you just put in a history of vaccine, and there's just hundreds of them, pages and pages of it. From the World Health Organization, the Red Cross, obviously the government's own websites, they all talk about vaccines, the history of vaccine, what happened before the vaccines came along. And I think it's something that people really need to get their heads around, that yes, there are side effects to vaccines. I've just personally had the shingles one, and I felt a bit grotty for a couple of days, but believe you me, I've had shingles in the past. It's a lot better than getting shingles. Every year you have a flu vaccine. Flu kills people. People don't seem to know that, really understand this. Flu will kill you if it comes in full power, especially if your immune system, or like me, you're getting on a bit, and your immune system's not as strong as it should be or used to be, it can kill you. And people don't seem to understand that. Oh, I've got a touch of the flu. Yet you haven't. You've got a cold. A cold is not flu. Trust me. You get a full-blown dose of the flu, and you will feel extraordinarily unpleasant for a few days, if you survive. Spanish flu killed how many millions? You know, please don't listen to these anti-vaxxers. They are going to cost you your life. And it's not only you these people will damage, but they damage everybody around them by not injecting their kids against these illnesses. It's something we need to push back against and show that we care, not only for our own children, but for everybody else's children as well. Okay, that's my rant for today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be rambling on next time I find something else to talk about. Good day to you all.